Hey everybody, one of the CQB close quarter battle report. It's going to be the third act of Operation Scorpion. Our two operatives working for the Stony Man Group, special operations team, have been captured by the Cartel. They were betrayed at Exfil after blowing up a drug lab. And with Lunchbox being down, Stryker surrendered himself to the Cartel, and they're both just waiting to be tortured and killed. They see an opportunity to escape right as dawn basically breaks, and in this final chapter of this operation, we'll see if they can get away with their lives after this sort of like horribly botched mission when they're betrayed by their exfil transport. Basically the army gets bribed to betray them, and the helicopter never shows up. So we'll share the table, share the mission, and we'll get this underway. We are set up for Jailbreak at Dawn, the final chapter of our 3-game arc for Operation Scorpion. Now, the two operatives have been captured. They were in this jail cell in here, and they've managed to escape. One of them is armed with a knife. That's going to be Stryker, as he is not as beat up and wounded, obviously, as poor Lunchbox was from being captured. She's got -1 to hand-to-hand rolls right now. She suffered some nerve damage from being beat up. Obviously, they're extricated here in an ambulance and kept alive, and they're about to be tortured and killed. Now, the insurgents for this one, up to 4 Cartel heavies. 2 survived the game, one with an AR and one with an SMG. There is a trained soldier with an AR and a army lieutenant. This is who betrayed us right here with his SMG. Actually, just a pistol, sorry, even. And he's trained, but he has command and inspiring, so he removes pins from people. Then there are 6, oh, I forgot one. 6 Cartel thugs, all with SMGs, and they're all green, and this is who's defending the base, basically, because we're trying to get out. Now, the rest of the setup, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons caches around their base. I can interact with them to roll on a table or cancel the out of ammo status by doing a manipulate action, and I can find random weapons in there because I'm completely unarmed right now. I've just broken out of jail. Now the deployment for these guys is going to be slightly different. The Cartel Heavy, Cartel Thugs, Army Lieutenant, and Army Soldier go anywhere in the battle not within 4 of each other or within 3 of the jail. And then once deployed, we scatter them all. So all of the big guys basically go everywhere around the table, not within 4. So nobody starts off in the building. So I'm just going to kind of scatter them around, paired up 2 by 2. And they can't be within 4. But obviously they would be guarding these things. On the exterior. And then these last 2 can be over here at the entrance. Everybody scatters to D5, the direction that the dice rolls. So the heavy is going to go 5 inches over here. They can't come inside the building for it, though. The thug is going to go 3 inches over here, or 4 inches actually on the other side of the wall. This heavy is going to go 1 inch back. This thug is going to go 1 inch back. Thug, back to the wall. The other heavy, back to the wall. This thug is going to go 3 inches forward. Sorry, that's a heavy. That's the lieutenant, actually. And then the other thug is going to go 4 inches towards the ambulance. 2 thugs, 1 inch back. The other thug, 4 inches this way. So it is darkness for the first 3 turns of the game. Turns 1, 2, or 3. And we've got 10 turns to get away. Victory point for each one that gets away, and a victory point for each one that gets away before the end of round 4. Turn 1 operative phase. We're totally unarmed, so we need to do some stuff. Specifically getting out of this building. So if we're within 8, now this guy can't see me, so he'd have to roll an out of line of sight move. You have to start a turn in line of sight to do something, so I think we just move, and then go prone and crawl, and then we wait, because she's unarmed. And then Stryker's gonna go, and he's just gonna move, and then go prone, and wait as well. Where he's just waiting. But we're outside of 8 of everybody. That's the important thing. Which means we should be able to be not spotted. Because of the darkness and with using the alarm rules, I gotta get lucky here and roll higher than the insurgent so I can move these guys as opposed to having the insurgent player move them. Let's see who's going first. We'll go with this lieutenant. Green dice is gonna be the operatives. And if we roll higher, we get to move them. 2 to 1, we got lucky. So even though she could come around the corner and spot us, she doesn't spot certain line of sight of us, and we move. She wanders over here. She doesn't hear anything, and she's not within 3, so she doesn't make any other actions, even though she has 2 actions normally because of the alarms. All right, the other dangerous one over here. 5 to 1, we got it. All right, so we get to move him. He's just gonna go for a walk in the woods, 2 to the edge, and then 1 in. Oh, hello. You guys, because you could get close too. Oh no, they're gonna come towards us. Now they don't start the activation in line of sight. So the alarm isn't automatically raised, and they're not within 3, so they don't actually make a spotting check. Over here, doesn't start in line of fire. Ooh, that's 2. So we're gonna have to deal with these 2 this turn. They're not within 3 for a spotting check, but they have to. If they start an activation in line of sight, then they spot us. Over here, he gets to move as well. Oh no, they're all coming around the corner, and we're like completely unarmed. Last one. All right, we get to move her, so she's gonna go for a walk behind the ambulance. This cartel fella, nope, he gets to get moved by himself. And then this last one, we get to move him, so we're gonna move him off into the woods. We don't win that one, so he's gonna come into the compound. And then green is good, guys. Nope, both these 2 guys coming back from patrol. Nothing happens in the end phase, but that was turn 1. 9 turns remain. Still darkness, luckily. All right, so we're going into the moving part. So we're gonna get up. We only move 2 during a turn where we get up, though. Then we're gonna move again over to here, and we're gonna search this thing. Search. 7 would be fine. Find an assault rifle. Sweet. All right, so we've searched that place, and now you're armed with an assault rifle. Oh, with both their weights, they could have moved, actually. She could have stood up and moved with her weight action, and then he could have stood up and moved as well, actually, with his weight action, and been 2 inches away from where they were. So she's actually going to have an action left, I just realized. Because I could... Oh, no, I moved twice with them. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. It'll still be her last action. It'll still be prone. So he'll get up and move 2 with his first action. Just going over to here. He's going to charge, because he's got a knife. Blitz these fools. All right, so... with the charge skill, I get a free melee action. I'm going to divide up my die. No, I'm just going to go all in, and I'm going to stab the green. For my training level, +1 for a knife. Just wound and then dead. Third action, I'm just going to attack again. Wound, and then 1, you're trained. 2 hits. 3 hits because it's on force, because your 2 + 2 is 4. So that's going to be 3 slot wounds you and you die 2. Good old knifey spoony. We haven't fired a gun, but you're going to start in line of fire, which means that's going to raise the alarm. Really, most people don't have line of sight. You do, however, so we're going to start activating you. You're not armed with anything, you still have a knife. So over here, behavior, you're going to shoot with your pistol. So you're training 2 for the Army Lieutenant with a pistol for 3. He is not obscured. He needs 5s to hit those, so he just fully misses. The second action, he'll do it again, and hit with 2 pins. You are going to move to cover, weirdly. So you're just going to go over to here. Be like, Lieutenant, or Heavy, is going to shoot the closest. So hard cover for the crates. She's got 2 + 2 for her SMG. She's with an 8 because it's still dark out. So she's just going to blast with her first action. A wound, oh no, and a pin marker. Immediately wounds and takes a pin. And then does she shoot him again? Or her again? She does. That's a pin marker, because she needs 8s. So we got a 2 pins. And then she has to make an ammo check, and she's out of ammo. MG's out. Now you don't have line of fire, because you're too far outside of 8, so you're going to move. And go 4, and then again, at a line of fire, you're going to move and go 4. This jabroni, no line of fire, just moves ahead. Over here, moves towards. In the back, moves towards the closest, and then the last guy moves randomly, moves in. Final turn of darkness. There's 7 turns left. I feel like we don't even bother with much else except for we lose 1 for cool head. I'm not in range for inspiring, unfortunately. It's only 6 inches. So then, oh, actually, I could just do this in a different order. That's what I'll do. I'll do this in a different order. So we'll keep 2. So I'll lose 1 for inspiring, and then I'll rest with my first action. I will shoot her, even though actually she's out of ammo, so I'll shoot him. So I am 2, 3, 4, 5 for my AR. Hard cover in the way, so he's base 2, 4 for training, 5, 6 for hard cover. So 6s, a wound, and then 1, 2, 3 pins. So he's just exploded. Shoot again, over here. So it's the same thing, except now it's on force, because he's just green. 1, 2, 3, that'll kill him too. She'll move. Rest, she's all done. That doesn't do what I want it to do then. Well, go to 1, rest for 2, No, just go to 1. And then we move charge. Wham. And we're gonna knife the lieutenant. 2 actions, but we'll get the free actions for the charge. So move charge, and we're just gonna stab. We get 4 dice. Lieutenant's trained, so that's gonna be 4s to hit. How about 1, 2, 3, 4 pins, which will cause a wound. Quite kill him, but we'll stab him again with a melee action. Or we could wait. We could just wait and be in melee. Or we could rest off that pin. Nah, we just stab him. Always go for murder. Double wounds, just kills him. Nothing else, we killed the lieutenant. I was hoping I'd kill him on the char. Oh no, I have a fortune. I reroll my miss. Nah, didn't do anything. Keep my pin. All right, that was the last turn of darkness. So over here, you are no loaded weapon. So 8, reload your SMG. And then second action, 7, you're gonna shoot. And once again, you're gonna need 2 dice plus 2 dice for your SMG. Hitting on 5, 6, 7s. Ugh, a wound again! And no pins. Over here is the last turn, no line of fire, so just moves ahead. Over here, in line of fire, you're gonna shoot. So just hitting on 3 dice with the SMG, looking for 5s. 1 pin. Ugh, go to 2 pins, but you're alive. And then the last 2, not within line of sight, so just moves. And then the last one back here, not within line of sight, so he just moves around the corner. Get off before round 4. This could still be okay. We didn't have any pin markers, which is nice. So I think we just... You can't move far enough. This is round 4. So top of round 4, you can't get off. We're not going to get the bonus for escaping early, so I think we just satisfy ourselves with murdering. So you don't have any pins, which means you can just start firing. So you're just going to blast that trained thug in the open, wound, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 pins, so she explodes. You can't quite see over here. The sun's up now, so you can just shoot if you want. You don't even have a gun, so you're just gonna lose a pin. You have 1 action left to do something. Now you have 2 actions left. That was your first shot. I think you move to here, and then you wait. You're just gonna keep stabbing. So you're gonna move and charge. And you might as well move all the way around. You get under 1 pin. You only have 2 actions. So you're just gonna stab both. So split your dice on 3s, kill. And then the other one on 3s, you also kill. Because you are the master of Kung Fu. 1 action left. Move back into cover. 2 thugs remaining because we've killed everybody. So over here, 5. You're just gonna move to, actually you have line of sight now because she moved back to here. Are you within 12 is gonna be the question because the sun's up. You are within 12, so you're just gonna fire. And you've got 3 dice. If you get a 10 here, you're gonna take out poor Lunchbox. No hits, you needed 8s because you are on 2, 5, 6, 7 because there's 2 pieces of terrain in the way because you have the fence plus the hard fence, so nothing. Actually, no, it would be 7s because it's only going to be this because you're touching that one. So just a 7, that's a pin. You waited, so she's going to shoot back on the 2 wounds. And an ammo check, though. And you passed. So just blast this guy. Wait all done. And then this guy rolling randomly to see what he does. 6, he's just going to come around the corner. 5 turns left. Everyone's almost dead. Use your knife. Go show him what knives are for. You lose your pin for a cool head. Then you make a stab on 4 dice. Double wound. Oh my god, Striker's so mad. Second action, walk over here. Third action, search. Nice. Sniper rifle somehow. Okay. Cool. Cool. That was my third action. Lose your pin for cool head, then you leave. 4 turns left. There are no insurgents. You climb the fence. You move. 3 turns left. You leave. So we got away. So we get 2 victory points for that, for operatives exiting the edge of the battlefield. And we thank goodness that you're a really good shot and you're really good at stabbing people. You added to our 9 victory points, takes us to 11 victory points, and we have to see the Operation Scorpion conclusion. So every campaign has a conclusion, and based upon how well you do, you have your operational success. So compare your victory points total over the missions played and measure your success. So at 0 to 5, we failed our operation. The cartel was too organized for the operatives, and they suffer heavy injuries and fail. 6 to 11, so one more victory point, and it would have been a success. We had operational complications. If I just killed one more heavy in that last mission, operatives did not expect the cartel resistance to be this great, allowing them to succeed only in some of their goals. But if we got a 12 to 16 with one more, if we just killed one more heavy, the operatives professionally complete their mission against the cartel. So now continue playing, you can switch sides or replay again, compare your victory points to other players, or look for other operations to play with our now veteran operatives. So at the end of the campaign, you made it off, you were wounded, you get all your wounds back, delete your niggling injuries because you go back and get some medical stuff. We get rid of our fortune. Nobody got enough fortune basically to, if you get to 3 fortune, actually no, you got to 3 fortune at the end of the campaign. So you're going to gain a level of valor. So we lose our niggling injuries, the 1 or 2 fortune points, we lose these points. Models with 3 fortune points exchange them for a valor point, and models with 3 valor points become one-man army and become retired. So you've got a valor point now. Valor point to ignore a failed ammo check. Spend valor points recovered before the model's next mission. A model may not have more than 3 valor points at any one time. An army though is plus 1d10 to all shooting and hand actions. The model can move 2 inches after killing a defending model hand to hand if no other models are currently engaged. The model can change 1 success to a crit success during a skill check. Missions will specify if you can use a model with 1-man army. And then we've also got our fortune points, obviously just for rerolls, but they get accumulated during the campaign. So there we go at the end of Operation Scorpion. Lunchbox and Striker making it out. One more victory point would have made an operational success. So their bosses back at the Stony Man group, of course, are not super excited. They did blow up the drug lab, but of course the government's not super happy that, you know, they may have been betrayed. There might have been some bribes involved, but how do they prove it? There's no evidence, basically, that the army betrayed them, and they've just become persona non grata, basically, with the government there. So there it is, our first campaign arc concluding for CQB, Close Quarter Battle, playing through the mission and basically showing the way that it branches. Now, things that could have happened, if we'd actually failed to blow up the drug lab in the first game or been chased through the dark, we may have actually been on a very different sort of like road. That one can conclude in being rescued by a bunch of like local farmers, then having to secure a vehicle and like escape from the country. If we managed to survive the ambush with the helicopter, we might have ended up actually tracing back the boss to like the drug kingpin's lair and fighting it out at his mansion or his like little dacha or whatever. There's all kinds of things you could have done differently. There's 7 different missions. We got to 3 of them. So what's cool is the replayability of this is really high, and there's all kinds of other things that could have happened depending on your success and failure, even just in the initial mission. So there it is, CQB, and our first little playthrough of the campaign system showcasing all of the rules in the rulebooks. Big thanks for watching. We'll see you for more of this in the future. Till then, I'm Ash. Happy gaming. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.